Shalom, shalom. Shit, no sense, man. Salakia, shalom. Call halal, imla, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well within this ministry and taught us this Amath, which is the truth. Peace, love, and salutations to a hopeful elect that preach this truth out of the four corners of the globe, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Shemaria from the GMS Cleveland branch. Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. Okay, and America is a punishment for our people, man. You know, America, the Lord didn't bring us here to make a home out of this place. You know, the Lord didn't bring us here for us to become Americans and learn the American way and adopt the mindset of the westernization of Esau Edom. That's not why the Lord brought us over here, man. The Lord brought us over here to serve a sentence and so that we will remember ourselves to return back into Him. All right? And you have a remnant that's actually doing that, 144,000 men, starting with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. That's why we get double honors, because those are the men who the Lord gave this truth to teach the elect, to lead them, to guide them, right? But then you got the majority, the rest of our nation of people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians. They trying to make a home out of this place, man. You know, which we are in captivity. We do gotta work and shit. You know, gotta take care of your responsibilities in order to put food in your stomach, clothes on your back, and a roof over your head. But at the same time, you don't become fully invested in this place, man. To the point where, you know, you worshiping the beast system. All right. And 2/3 of our people is in that illusion. You know, what's it called? A spell. Basically, they're under that spell, man. You know, so, but the point is, that's not why we here. That's why you're going to see the end result of what's going to happen to the Lord's people. A remnant going to get saved, and then the rest, the majority, is going to perish in their sins. Why? Because they treated America as if it was their home and not a captivity. First and foremost, let me open up with this. All right, grab this in Micah. No, yeah, I'm gonna start Micah. Since Micah first. All right, this is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. Salakia. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction." See, let's go into this word rest real quick. It says we're supposed to depart. Arise and depart. We're supposed to do that spiritually. All right? You spiritually arise through this wisdom and knowledge and truth that the Lord exalts you and lifts you up with. Okay? And then you depart spiritually, mentally from this place, America, by not becoming invested in it, prophesying against it, speaking out on the evils, wickedness, and truth of the history of this devil, the history of this land, the history of the people, which so-called Native, Seminole, Negroes, Latinos, and so the rest of the tribes out there, all right, have been suffering. So we got to depart from this place, because this place is polluted. It's polluted with wickedness, hypocrisy, right? Blood being shed, lies, false doctrines, idolatry. Okay, is polluted with blasphemy, and so forth and so on. And once you become invested in it, you're going to be polluted. And then you're going to be destroyed right along with this place, because this place is prophesied to be destroyed. All right, so We got to depart from this place mentally and spiritually until the Lord come get us and take us out this bitch physically via the chariots. Now I'm going to go into this word rest because it said that for this is not our rest, right? Go into this word rest, resting place, quietness, ease, resting place, comfortability, comfortable, right? So if you're comfortable in America, you're going to be polluted by the ways of this world, by the ways of America, by the ways of the beast system, whether it's Moism, ABC gang, whether it's false doctrines, whether it's democracy, all right, whether it's conservative being, whatever the fuck it is, man, you know, whether it's being a damn atheist, not believing nothing, being a Christian, a wicked ass Christian, man. Bro, how the fuck am I supposed to get out of here? I'm getting out of here, man. It's a lot here. Right, this place is not our comfortability. We in the flesh, going off constantly. We subject unto unrighteous laws under this devil Esau Edom, which is getting more draconian. And this devil is taking away the welfare of the people. You know, this place is not comfortable to live in. You in captivity. You're being ruled over. You don't have your own land. Everything you so-called possess could be taken away from you at any moment. You under these curses. So where's the comfortability in this place, man? There is none. Constantly being oppressed, you know. You constantly the last, the tail. Constantly losing. So there's no comfortability in this place, man. There's comfortability in the kingdom because we're going to be one with the Lord. His law is going to be in our inward parts. We ain't going to sin no more. So ain't going to be no more death. Ain't going to be no more crime. Ain't going to be no more captivity. You know, we're going to be ruling on righteousness on earth. That's where the comfortability comes in the kingdom of heaven. You know? So this is not our rest. The kingdom of heaven is our rest. Because that's when we could cease from our labor. Here we still got work to do, man. Work to do as far as getting rid of the old man. Work as far as the ministry. All right? And so forth and so on. All right. Yeah. So, that's the word for rest. Basically letting us know that this is not the rest, all right, that we looking for, seeking after. We looking for the rest in the kingdom of heaven. Because ain't no rest here. Ain't no comfortability here. Ain't no peace here. All right. Now, go in the book of Baruch, the 3rd chapter. And I'm going to start at verse 8. It said, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Right? We still in captivity, man. You know, we're not in our own land ruling. Scripture talk about how the world is created for our sake, but we're not ruling over it. You know, our enemies, our number one enemy, Esau Edom, is ruling over it. But these other heathens, which are also our enemies, have a part in his rulership. Jake is the only one that don't have a part in anything. You had this this wench, Nicki Minaj, at the damn UN speaking on behalf of, I guess, on behalf of niggas. You know, like, come on, man. That's a whole, that shit is, that shit is a joke, man. We got a woman, first and foremost, Nicki Minaj out of all women. You know what I'm saying? Up there speaking. I could understand if they had Candace Owens up there. You know, that'd be more of a, you know, kind of level playing field. But you got fucking Nicki Minaj up there, man. What the hell does she know about what the people need? She not even in tune with the struggle of the people. Because this bitch sold out and she got crumbs off the rich man's table. Because she sold out. So now she get notoriety, glory, glam, you know, and all this shit that comes with it. But the point being is, We still in captivity, man. All right. We in the flesh. We under these curses, you know, and we being oppressed. We in the land, all right, that the Lord did not give us. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave us the land of Israel to inhabit. So therefore, right now, is we in the land of Israel as a nation? No. Is we ruling? No. So we still in this captivity. It says, thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. Right, you got every Jake, Salakia. You got tribes of Israel scattered all throughout the world. That's amongst all nations. You got Israelites that may look Chinese, Israelites that may look like Ham, Israelites that may look like Japhet, Israelites that may look like Edomites, so forth and so on. But their bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through their father's seed. You know, so you got Israelites that scattered all across the world. And they may look like heathens, they may dress like heathens, they might even keep the custom of heathens, you know, but they're actually Israelites. And the reason why they're at that state is because they've been Hellenized and scattered as a reproach, as a curse for our disobedience against the Lord. It says, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers. Right, and we subject unto payments. We got to pay taxes. You know, you got to pay for your food, which should be free. Pay for your drinks, which should be free. Pay for your clothing, which should be... okay, I guess you got that. But, you know, you got to pay for everything here, man. Shit that should be free. You know, land, different stuff like that. Things that should be righteously given to you. You know, the whole welfare system, everything. Esau, Edom has turned everything that was for good, he turned it for evil. So now you're being oppressed, man. You're being pressed upon. Pressure from below and above. Okay? So this is how we know we're still in captivity. Because of these things we're going through still. It says, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. So that's how we got here. It's because we departed from the Lord our Father. You know, going back to even in the beginning, all right, during the time of the exile of Egypt, when we disobeyed the Lord, countless, you had niggas disobeying the Lord countless times in the wilderness, man. Break the covenant of the Lord to the point where we needed a new covenant via Yahweh Shai, through Yahweh Shai. Okay? But that's the point. We're still in our captivity to this day, man. So this is not our rest. Now, Baruch 4 and 6 lets us know why we're in our captivity. You know? Baruch 4 and 6, it says, ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction. So we wasn't brought here to be destroyed, man. The intentions was not for the nation of Israel to be destroyed through being held captive from these other nations. That's not the breakdown. The intentions was for Jake to be reproached, to be at a contrite, broken heart, and to return back to Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai in righteousness. You know, and to get that experience of both good and evil. That was the intentions, man. All right, and ultimately we sinned against the Lord. As it's about to say, ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved Yahweh to wrath, ye were delivered into the enemies. All right, the Lord ain't just raise up the enemies and give us over into their hands for us to be consumed as a nation. No. It was because we moved the Most High to wrath. We was worshiping the gods of these other nations, you know, which is idolatry. And the Lord judged us. So now we see the consequences for idolatry. You know, now, it's not funny because this shit is real, man. It's not shit, but this is real. This is real life, man. It says, verse 7, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh. See, that's how we got in this situation. Idol worship, you know. and the things that came with it, pleasing the flesh, all that folly spirit, you know, do without wilt spirit. That's how we got in this situation. Now, how do we get out this situation? It's Baruch 4:28. It says, "For it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more." And that's the breakdown. All right? We the ones who went off, ultimately, as a people. Now that we came back to his wisdom and knowledge and truth, to depart away from this place, not to be polluted or destroyed with it, now we have to seek the Lord 10 times more. All right? We got to make up for our wrongdoings, man, and go harder, which means departing even more from this place, departing even more from the flesh, okay, departing even more from Satan, ultimately, so that we can become more closer to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and that one with the Spirit even more. So, Lord willing, this has been an edifying lesson, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rachakwadash. Once again, double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone who are well. Shalom, shalom. On to the next one.